Hi. I'll wait for people to show up. I just wanted to make sure everything's working properly. Hi. I'll just wait for a couple minutes to let everyone show up, and then I'll give some instructions before we start. First of all, can someone tell me, can you hear me okay? Great. I've never done this in this format, which is surprising, but usually it's the in-person exchange that I really enjoy. But since we can't be together, it seems like the best thing to do to offer up some poetry in this moment that is really specific to whatever it is that you're going through. So typically the way this works, if you're not familiar with this project, writing poems for people has been my only job for over 11 years. I've written like 40,000 spontaneous poems for people around the world. And I call the project Poem Store because typically it works in this way where people get to offer a donation in exchange for a poem that I write on whatever subject they offer. So today you get to offer the subjects through this little tiny scrolling moment, and I'll pick from that and write, and then I'll send it to you in the mail, but I'll also read it to everyone. So that's gonna kind of be how it goes, is that you'll provide a topic and I'll try to squint and read it. And, the more creative you are or expressive you are, the more fun it is for me. So clearly we're all looking for hope, and we're all thinking about our families and love. And, if it's generic like that, it might not be as potent of a poem for all of us. So maybe we can just lean into things that are really personal. I'll let everybody just kind of keep entering for a minute, because it'll take a second for people to sort of maybe get settled with their subject matter. And whenever and if you're able and if you want to, you get to donate whatever you want. And I'm going to donate that money to this farm where I live so we can keep growing food and keep being of service to our community during the coming weeks, whatever they end up being like. But that is just what I wanted to do with whatever funds you want to throw my way. My Venmo is Jacqueline Suskin with a hyphen in the middle. But I'll send you your poem in the mail and I'll read them to you. And maybe we can just start thinking of our subjects, and if someone wants to throw one out that maybe would be good to start this off with, so maybe something that just would be nice for this moment for everyone, something to get us going, and then I can start writing for us. Touch. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so I'll start with that. And if I write a poem for you, would you mind reaching out to me directly later? My Instagram is @jsuskin. Then I can get your info and send you the poem. So we'll start with touch. And if I miss you in this long line of requests, you can just write me directly. And I write poems for people on the internet all the time, just not usually in this format. So I'll start with touch. The way we witness the whole of self in another, reflection of presence beyond simple sense, a holding of weight, a transfer of feeling, atoms finding their sweet combination, mystery so scientific, so steady that we cannot have it, that when we cannot have it, we unfold from the core of mind and start imagining what worlds come from this easy gift now longed for. Okay, it's just getting me going. Anybody else got a subject? I don't even know how long that took me to write that, a minute or so, but I've given myself bigger paper than I used to, which is nice. So yeah, you just tell me whatever's on your mind, whatever subject. Touch is a good place to start for us, because clearly we can't touch one another now, but we can touch each other through language. So if you choose things that are like huge and abstract, it gets kind of wild, but like time, but I can write a poem about time. Okay, time. The trusted unit, our cycle that keeps cycling through the circle, gift of mind and curse of seeming elongated, when truly the blink becomes itself, better as we slow it, better as we give it other names and see how it expands in dreamscape, in other planes, beyond us, with us and never without us, our kept construct that keeps pushing towards infinity. Oh yeah, the sound of the typewriter is so soothing. That's often through this whole process of writing for folks has been this really beautiful experience of watching people be like, I haven't heard that sound in years, or my children have never heard it. Oh yeah, okay, so you're asking for a poem about uncertainty. That's a good one for now. Sorta all we got. Okay. Uncertainty. The crucial point to recall in the day upon day add up is this glimpse that hold and that I messed up. I'll start over. The crucial point to recall in the day upon day add up is this glimpse and that of clarity that never holds. It's not meant to be too firm in any understanding, like water, made to move freely. We do. We collect experience, we shift and sway. Nothing is left but our good guessing, as we are a quest of questions made to aim onward, yearning. Okay, let's see. I like this. Brave enough to be vulnerable. Like an old lady. I'm like, are you writing? Brave enough to be vulnerable. That's beautiful. Brave enough to be vulnerable. What other task is there but to find that place where one can rip wide open, unfurl like the fiddlehead in its season, soft enough to be eaten, but also ripe enough to grow into wide fern fields if left to reach out? We reach, we discover one another, and although each risk reminds us of death, what other arc would our great story take if we hid it all away? Ooh, that's my favorite one so far. Oh, like I said, if you ask me to write a poem, and I do, please reach out to me privately and give me your information, or I'll send it to you. And any money, if you want to donate, because usually people donate for these, they pay whatever they want. That's been the way I've done it all along. I'll donate all of that money to this farm where I live so we can keep growing food and taking care of our community here, and that's my plan. And then also, if I miss you in this lineup, I write poems for people on the internet all the time, so there's a form on my site and you can reach out. Okay, so, I've only been doing this for 13 minutes. What is the next request here? I guess I could scroll back in time and see. Oh, that's a good one. Helping each other. I like that. helping each other. Look at our overflowing kit of tradition and tools. See how we allow time to be with us and teach us all of its tricks. Now see how every hand is meant to reach into the depths of this dark bag, pulling out possibility, finding every remedy and each soothing ceremony. The helpful gift of humanity is that all of the stones in our path were set there kindly by our past, ancestors, brethren, sisters, all accepting the worth of the work ahead, and so together we must as well. One thing I keep focusing on in this is that we really have all of the tools that we need to figure this out together. It's very comforting. Let's see. Okay. I like this shift up. Just a poem about Twilight. Twilight. The color blue hits the valley last, right before the darkest hue. And so here start stars, final calls of crow, the bats who hang low. Here is the moment for song, goodbye today, but also hello to spirits who only open themselves tonight. Deep offering of sky that will now change, a pause of beauty that has us settle inward. I like that. Oh, this is nice. We will always have the moon. And so we think. Who knows? I mean, this is a real wild ride we're on. But I like that. I'll use that as a subject. We will always have the moon. We will always have the moon. Even in the unseen aspect, the sunken sliver of light or the boldest bloom on high, the moon makes its voice in waves, turns toward us in a cycle, not steadfast or constant, but still reliable, as if to remind us that even in the strangest monthly shifts, we can depend upon the mystery to guide us. Okay, let's see. There's a couple good ones here. The reality of dreams. About dreams to come. I like that. The reality of dreams. Seen in sleep is the realm of mind that cannot often speak. And so here lives fear or freedom. Here lives the secret desire or the vision of something rising. Prophetic, if we hold them so, a weight released and forgotten, the collection of color that we cannot shake as the days develop, as we lean into the center of self to see what eyes cannot. I've been having wild dreams. Let's see what we've got here. Alone together. That's nice. My favorite way to be with someone. It's a little different now. Okay. Alone together. The gap that holds our needs, reminding us that we have bodies, we crave connection, but even just the sound of voice is enough. Ghosts, then, hints of closeness, that grand gift of anticipation that says reunion is a thing worthy of hope. Together we can be apart, space as the sentence that lives like a bridge to link us, a key to heal our deepest magnetism. Worthiness of being alive. Ooh, let's all remember what that's about right now. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 more. The worthiness of being alive. We are the universe spoken into form, voice after voice, hands that build this thing's desires into reality. And so even in our confusion, we can settle on this fact. We are much too curious a composition to wither away or give up. For even in the weirdest moments, in our lacking or our exhaustion, we are becoming, we are made, we are a design we cannot name, and are so pulled to know, to grow, and continue toward the unknown. Intuition. Okay, I see intuition, and then I see the moments we open. And maybe those will be my last 2. And then you can write me, and you can always order whatever you want off my site if you want more poems. Okay, intuition first. Intuition. Each one of us can find that flame within, the smallest spark that speaks our needs into a known melody. Hear it now as it very carefully carves a signpost, a paddle, a staircase, always the way forward, the way out, the proper barricade, the mystical explosion of clarity. What a world we carry, this gesture of proof that we indeed have some kind of feeling to follow. Okay, I'm going to finish with the moments we open. Seems like a good place to finish. The moments we open. How to uncover this door, this great code, and become again unhinged, no leash, let loose. Craft it like a slow breath, a single second that presents a pause, and feel the crack and center, that place of our beginning once again exposed. It requires effort if we close, the decades of unshoveling, worthy but relentless work. Better to keep the self secure, like an animal meant to move, the blood flowing, the whole endeavor set on a course, sweetly, and dedicated to openness. Okay, I'm going to stop myself because if I don't, then I'll be here for a long, long time. But thanks for doing this. It was a fun experiment to move through all these channels. I'm happy to write poems for you all the time. I write poems from my house constantly for people, and I love doing that. So, and then you can write a longer and more extensive, very personal request for a subject. But this is a really special way to just kind of remember how much is out there to pull from constantly, all of the wisdom and guidance that is just there that my weird brain can just kind of snatch and put into words, but it's there for everybody all the time. So it's an honor to let it come through me to you. And I'll look forward to hearing from all of you who I wrote for, and I'll send you your poems. That's it. I hope you have a really beautiful day and that you just stay rooted in all these beautiful things.